Good morning and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD. Today we are going to do a short unboxing and review of the Battletech reinforcements that just showed up at my house with my Wave 2 from the Clan Invasion Kickstarter. I realize this is a little bit of out of order from the way that I normally put out videos, but it's been a couple weeks and I've been getting the itch to get something done. So, with that being said, let's take a look at what we get inside. I will have a couple of screenshots because I want to show off the map that comes inside. And as you know, if you've watched any of my videos before, my video area is very small. So, anyways, so this is a combination of products that they put into the Kickstarter. They did a couple of record sheets and die cut mechs that you could add on pretty inexpensively. And that was actually one of the things that I didn't add to my Kickstarter. So I'm actually really glad that I ended up picking this up. Just because of the fact that I then have all of that. So, first off, it's a nice glossy cover like they've been doing with all of their boxes. And I forget which mech this is on the cover, so please forgive me. But we've also got a Black Hawk or a Nova here in the back. But it's a nice, good box that'll go with the rest of them on the shelf really well. We've got our list of contents. So we get 9 punch boards of mech standees, 248 record sheets in 3 booklets, a new 36 by 22 double-sided full-color paper map, and 1 punch board of support units and Diabolus Storm tokens. Now, the map is double-sized, so a normal map is going to be about 17 by 22, and this one is 34 by 22. So, with the other double-sided maps that they've been putting out recently, they don't necessarily line up very well with some of the other maps, but that's okay. It's more maps. I love Battletech maps, and so that was actually one of the main reasons that I wanted to get this box, is because it does come with more maps that you can't get anywhere else. So let's open this up and take a look inside. So our first thing is a rules insert. It's just 3 pages. The other page is an ad for the Succession Wars Chaos campaign and the master unit list, where you can go and kind of figure out where mechs appear, which tech readouts, what factions they would be used with. If you like playing Alpha Strike, then you can also print off Alpha Strike cards from that. Anyways, so one of the themes for this box set is the Battle for Twycross, which I believe took place in the novel Blood Legacy by Michael Stackpole, the first novel of the Kerensky trilogy. Blood of Kerensky, I believe it was. I am really destroying any Battletech credit that I have, but forgive me, I don't want to look it up while doing this. But anyways, so the Battle for Twycross, where Victor Steiner Davian basically made a raid into Jade Falcon occupied territory, and basically got one of the first wins for the Inner Sphere during the original Clan Invasion in 3050. So, one of the theme settings for the Battle for Twycross was basically a giant sandstorm that blew through, and basically, made it difficult for people to move, see things like that. And so they actually give rules for playing that scenario. So you've got rules for the Desert Storm, the shifting winds, how the wind speed will actually affect different units. So light gale is just going to modify regular infantry, whereas if you go up to a strong gale, then it's going to add difficulty modifiers to. Actually, here we'll zoom in on this. So you can see right here, all units apply a +2 hit modifier to all missile weapon attacks and +1 2-hit modifier on all direct fire ballistic weapons. +1 modifier to piloting skill rolls for mechs, and +1 modifier for control rolls for aerospace. So basically, just it makes it more difficult to fight. But it's a giant storm, and I'm here in Arizona, and we get the haboobs that move through from time to time during the summer, and so I can relate to that, sort of. I mean, the story implies that the storms are much more powerful than that, but I'll call it even. Anyways, then you also have the Diabolus tokens. We'll look at those in a minute. Basically, it lets you put dust storm tokens on the map and move them around. And then the different game effects that they're going to have, and then they also have support unit tokens. Another factor in the story is Kai Allard Lau, which I'm destroying that name. I know that much. But he goes to rescue or ends up at a medevac hospital and ends up rescuing a doctor. And so we end up with different support units for different field hospitals or supply containers. They also actually will give you tokens for the Long Tom artillery piece, different trucks, things like that. So these rules are watered down rules from the tactical operations book, but they're just given so that you can get a little bit more of the scenario, help recreate that story from the book. So anyways, that's the rule sheet. I spent a lot more time on that than I was expecting. All right, and then we've got 3 different booklets of record sheets. Now, these are thick. They don't mark the number of pages on it, but you get Omnimex and variants. So we've got a Gladiator A, B, Prime, Daishi Prime A, B, the Natasha Kerensky Widowmaker. We've got Elemental Battle Armor, Locust. So you're getting all sorts of different mechs. I believe some of this is ported over from the other box sets, the Time of Armored Combat and the beginner box, but they do give you a lot of new options. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these. I'm tempted to take them and laminate them all. I think that would be great, but that would also be a lot of work. So I don't think I will do that, but we'll see. But then they also... I just noticed that. So they actually have a symbol on the record sheet for... So that's Succession Wars... At least I believe that's Succession Wars. Anyways, but that symbol is for what era of play that you'll see those in, which I thought that was Succession Wars. I do not have that on here. So, anyways. But yeah, so second big fat, record sheet booklet, and a third. So obviously take this to your printer, copy out what you need, and go from there. So it's almost, I believe they said 248 record sheets. So almost 250 mechs and their variants are available. All right. We then go to our map, which is just as quality as any of the other maps. This side is the Plane of Curtains, which is the one that involves the dust storm that I was talking about. And then there's also a map for the Great Gash, and I'll actually show these here in a second. The Great Gash being basically a box canyon. Let's see here. Nope, there we go. All right, so this is the Great Gash map. As you can see, it is very high as far as the map levels go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just from this image, it's about maybe a level 8 or 9 at its highest point. You've got obviously a narrow canyon to get through. Jump jets are obviously going to be very useful in this map. And then we'll take a look at the Plane of Curtains. So, some hills, some terrain to deal with, but then obviously one of the bigger features is going to be that dust storm coming through and obscuring terrain. So, that is a look at the full map, since I can't fit those on my recording area. All right. So we then get to our cardboard standees. So we've got 9 sheets for these, and so it's going to be a lot of Clan Invasion mechs. So let's see here. Let's zoom in. So we've got the different Omni mechs, Mad Dog, Thunderbolt, Daishi. Now, Battletech for the longest time has always included paper mechs of some kind. Usually they were just, small foldable pieces of paper. We've got some Marauders, Riflemen. I like how they're obviously giving you duplicates, but they're giving you some different art so that you can tell them apart. All of the stands also include a number on them so that you can tell them apart that way. We've got some urban mechs. Okay, that's a nice little Easter egg. That's an urban mech painted up like the plushie that they made. No, I did not get the plushie, although that would have been kind of cool. All right. This I also thought was cool. I will be honest, I opened this up and I was kind of flipping through. I was, very antsy to do so. So they give you 8 stands of elementals. Now, the reason that I think this is actually a very cool addition is because in the Clan Invasion box set, you get 2 plastic elementals. And if you're familiar with Battletech at all, you know that you get 5 units of elementals as one quote unquote unit choice, and so or in what's called a star. And so the fact that they only gave you 2 in the box, I mean, I totally understand why they did it. There's cost factors associated with it, but it is still one of those things, makes it a little difficult to then, field full units. And so the fact that they give you 8 standees plus the 2 plastic ones, you're going to get 2 full stars of elementals if you want to use them. In all of the years I've played Battletech, I have never used elementals, but that's my fault. I also like that they are giving a lot of inner sphere mechs. Like we've got an Awesome and a Battlemaster, Locust. These are all of the new pieces of art. I've got a Thunderbolt right here. So, if you're familiar with the unseen mechs, these are the re-seen variants of those mechs. Battlemaster, Zeus, Longbow, Raven, Jenner. So they're giving you a lot of variants, a lot of options. I mean, they did give 250 mechs on the record sheets, and so you're getting almost that many on the standees. How many was it? Yeah, so it says almost 200 standees out of cardboard. So that is more than pretty much anyone will ever use in a game of Battletech, but it at least gives you options. So let's see. My wife is sneaking around in the background, making all the noise. Oop. And I'm apparently setting things on my keyboard and triggering things, so we'll turn that off. Anyway, so I like these a lot better than the old, foldable standees with the little plastic stands. Little plastic stands would be nice on these, but I understand why they did just the notch and the paper stand, so that's fine. All right, and then our last token sheet is all of, so we've got flatbed trucks, we've got a deployed long tom, we've got a full long tom, which is interesting because that is 5 hexes, and I remember buying the miniature back when I was in high school, and it was only 3 hexes long. So either the long tom got bigger, or I was sold a vastly underpowered long tom miniature back in the day. We've got demolition charges. That's actually kind of cool. If you've read Blood Legacy, then you know that they basically blow the Great Gash and trap the Jade Falcon forces in there. So to actually, to have, again, pieces where you can go in and do that, that's fantastic. And then we've got our Dust Storm tokens here on the back. So that is the contents of the Clan Invasion reinforcement box. Now, per the Kickstarter, they said that this is going to be something that's exclusive to the Catalyst Game Labs store. So it won't be available at your local retailer, at least not for a while. I think that would be personally, I think that's a bad idea to not release this to retail. I think this is a fantastic product. Obviously, they want to sell the miniatures, but the big thing here, and you can see it here on the back of the box, $39.99. So I mean, it doesn't really give you any rules. It's just cardboard. But this thing weighs. This weighs a lot. This is easily a couple of pounds or more. And just the fact that you get so many tokens, so many record sheets. Especially if you are a relatively new player to Battletech, this would be a fantastic product to pick up. just for the fact that you're going to have a lot more variety. People always, like to ooh and ah about the miniatures, but back when I started playing, I would play at times with using dice to represent my mechs. I remember distinctly using a 4-sided dice because it had a point, and so I knew which direction my mech was facing. And to have something like this giving you lots of options at a very, very affordable price, I 100% think that pretty much everybody should pick it up. And on top of that, they do still give you some unique things. They give you the tokens for the long tom and the mash units, that kind of stuff, so you can add more things to your battlefield for creating scenarios. Plus, you're also going to get the double-sided, double-sized map. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And I would absolutely appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I'm covering all sorts of different products from all sorts of different companies, mostly stuff that I'm interested in. And Battletech is one of those perennial products for me. I started playing it as a freshman in high school, and I am old now, so it's been a long time that I've had this in my collection, and it's not going anywhere. So, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.